Okay. See, there are so many topics in CCNA, but I'm going to start first topic today, that is IP address. Okay. So today I'm going to start IP address. See, 192.168.0.1. See, this is an IP address, and this is IPv4 address. And you know, this IP address is 32-bit of address. Everyone is listening me?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, see, computer can't understand the decimal value. Computer can understand in binary format. Suppose if I'm writing 3 here, so this is a decimal value, but computer can easily understand in binary format. So can you tell me what is the binary of 3? So the binary,
One 110.
yes. So the binary of 3 is, how can you say that 1100?
Sorry, sir, not 1100.
Yeah.
It's 0110. Actually,
Yeah.
it can be represented like 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 power 2, 2 power 3, like that.
Okay. See,
Yeah.
have you seen the number here? 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128. So when you add 2 plus 1, that becomes 3. Understand? When you add 2 plus 1, that becomes 3. So the binary of 3 is 0. So the binary of 3 is 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 2 plus 1, 3. So the binary of 3 is 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. So 3 is a decimal format. 3 is in decimal format. So computer can understand 3 in a binary format, and that is 8-bit number. And what about 5? What is the binary of 5? 5 is a decimal value.
That's 000000000000111. 1 in 3 places, then the rest is 0 before.
So see, the binary of 5 is when you add 4 plus 1, 5. Someone is asking some question here. Okay. Yes. You're right, person. You're right. So the binary of 5 is 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 4. 4 become 1, and 1 become 1. Right. Now my next question is, what is the binary of 192? 192.
11000000.
See, when you add 128 plus 64, when you add 128 plus 64, that becomes 192. So the binary of 192 is 11000000 and 0. So every decimal format has in 8-bit in number. And what about 200? What is the binary of 200? 200 is in decimal format, but when you add 128 plus 64, that becomes 192. But you should also add 8 here. So the binary, yeah, 1, 1. Why it is disturbing my? So the binary of 200 is
1
1, 1,
1.
not 1. 1, 1, 0, 0. 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, and 0. Right? And what about 254? What is the binary of 254? Yes, brother. What is the binary of 254? Yes, Mr. Raju. Yeah, you're right. What is the binary of 254? So when you add 128 plus 64 plus 32 plus 16 plus 8 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1, sorry, not 1. So the binary of 254 is, so the binary of 254 is 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and last is 0. Yes, Mr. Willem. Do you have any question here? Yeah, you can ask me. And what about 255? What is the binary of 255? So when you add all the 8-bit, when you add 128 plus 64 plus 32, 16, 8, 4, 2, 1, when you add all the number, that becomes 255. So the binary of 255 is 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Means 8 times 1. And you know, this one, this binary 1 is called network bit. And this 0 is called host bit. Right? So now we have learned that how we convert the decimal value into binary format. Now see here. See, there are 5 classes in IP address. Why people are late? Huh? See, there are 5 classes in IP address, like class A, class B, class C, class D, and class E. So the range is from 1 to 126 is class A, 128 to 191 that become class B, 192 to 223 that is class C, and 224 to 239 that is class D, and from 240 to 255 that is class E. So now we have 5 classes in IP address. But brother, where is 127? Because you start with 1 to 126 that belong to class A, and from 128 to 191 that belong to class B. Where is 127? See, brother, listen to me. 127.0.0.0, this is called loopback address. This 127.0.0.0, this is a loopback address, and we can use this address. We can use this address to test our NIC. You know NIC. NIC is a network interface card, or you can say your LAN card. So by the using of that address, we can check our LAN card, or you can say NIC, whether NIC is working properly or not. Now, see, in these classes, in these 5 classes, there are 3 different type of address. That is, see, the complete range of class D. The complete range of class D is multicast address. A IP address which start from 1 to a IP address which start with 2 to 4, that is called multicast address. And you know the class E, this complete class E address is for research and development. So we have 5 classes here, but class D is for multicast address and class E is for research and development. So now only three classes are here. Only 3 classes remaining here, which we can use for our networking. You are late, Mr. Omid. You are late. Now see here. See, in 5 classes, in five classes, we have 3 different type of IP address. One is called unicast IP address, multicast IP address, and broadcast IP address. See, what I'm telling you, listen to me, brother. You are seeing here, there are 5 classes here, class A, class B, class C, D, and E. What I'm telling you to you, in 5 classes, we have 3 different characteristics of IP address. See, there are some IP address is called unicast IP address. A IP can communicate with single IP, that is called unicast IP address. Those IP who work with single one-to-one communication, that is called unicast IP address. Or a IP, when I'm speaking something and all the people will listen, that is called one-to-all, means broadcast address. And multicast address is called one-to-many, means in a single room, there are two groups are sitting here. When I'm speaking, only one group is listening. That is called multicast IP address. So in 5 classes IP address, class A, class B, class C, class D or E, in 5 classes, we have 3 different type of IP address: unicast IP address, multicast IP address, and broadcast IP address. So I have already mentioned the class D, the complete class D range is called multicast address. Now, see, the 10.0.0.0, I have written here class A. Why I have written class A? 10.0.0.1 is a class A IP address. Why? Because it will start from 1 to 126. See, please listen to me here. What is the range of class A? 1 to 126. And this number 10.0.0.1 will start with 1 to 126. That's why 10.0.0.1 is a class A IP address. And 172.16.0.1. I have written this is
one question.
Yeah, you can ask me.
Yeah. So can you go back to the previous screen?
Yes.
Yeah, here in the braces you have written against class A 1 to 126, and in the braces you have written 0 to 255.0 to 255. What is this? Can you tell me?
Suppose if you write 10 dot, see, how can you judge that a IP address is a class A or class B or class C address? Can you tell me? First, you answer me.
Yeah.
If I'm asking
1 to 1.
Yes.
If it is
now,
if it is
now, when you start with 10 is a class A IP address. Am I right?
Correct.
Okay. So when you wait for some time.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I got it.
You got it.
Subnet masking, right? Yeah.
Not subnet mask, brother. Not subnet mask. So when you start with, suppose you start with 10. 10.0.0.1 is an IP address, right?
Yeah.
And one more thing, you can also write 10.255.255.1. This is also IP address, right or wrong?
Correct. Yeah,
so
correct.
Class A, the class A, if you take any IP address, between 1 to 126, that is class A IP address. But the first number should be between 1 to 126. The next number, you can take any number from 0 to 255. Now you understand?
Yeah, why only until 255? Could you tell me that?
Okay. See, what is the range of IP address?
255.
See, how many are here? See, IP address is a 32-bit number, na?
Correct.
So 190, see here, 192 is a 8-bit, na? 192 is 8-bit number. So you can write from 0 to 255. Now, how can you exceed it? Now you got my point.
Correct. Yeah.
Understand now?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is IP address class A, class B, or class C. Do you have any question here? Any person?
No.
I want to ask something. Hello.
Yeah.
So you mean only the first number determines whether it's a class or not, and the rest of the numbers doesn't matter at all. That's now.
Yes, very good. Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. Okay. Now see here. This is a class A IP address 10.0.0.1. But the first portion is अरे यार इतने लोग लेट होते हैं, मैं क्या करूं? What I can do? See, The first portion of class A, please listen to me. The first portion of class A is called network bit. The first portion is called network. The second portion is called host, host, and host. Now, if somebody will ask you how many network bit in class A, you can tell me, you can tell him 8 bit in class A, 8 bit are network and 24 bit is host bit. And in class B, these 2 bit are, and in class B, these 2 bit are network bit and this 2 portion is called host bit. Now, if somebody will ask you how many network bit in class B and how many host bit in class B. So 16 bit are network bit are here and 16 bit are host. Now next is class C. This 3 portion is called network. अब मैं क्या करूं बताइए? Now this in class C, 24 bit are network and 8 bit are host. Okay. Now you can ask me why in class A 8 bit are network and 24 bit are host, and why 16 bit is in network. In class B 16 bit is network and 16 bit is host. What is the advantage here? I will tell you earlier. I will tell you later. The next portion is so when you are okay. now suppose if you are assigning IP address in any computer, suppose if you're going to assign IP address in a computer and you are assigning class A IP address, you know, when you are going to assign class A IP address, in any system, the mask of that IP is called 255.0.0.0. And when you assign the class B IP address in any other device, the mask will be 255.255.0.0. And when you assign IP address, class C IP address in any of the device, whether router or computer or anywhere, the mask will be please mark na kare please. The mask will be 255.255.255.0. So my question is, why? What the subnet mask is telling you here? What the subnet mask is telling you? See, earlier I have told you that in class A, the first portion is network. See, this is a network. This is a network. And what the subnet mask is telling you? Subnet mask is telling you this portion. Yes. Any question? The subnet mask is telling you. The subnet mask is telling you that this portion of IP address is called network, and this portion is called host. Now in class B, 172.16, these 2 portion is called network, and this 2 portion is called host. Now what the subnet mask is telling you, or you can say what the subnet mask is telling to your computer, or you can say your router. The subnet mask is telling to your router, or you can say your computer, that this portion of IP address is called network, or this portion of IP address is called host. Now in class C, the subnet mask 255.255.255.0, this subnet mask is telling you that here there are 24 network bit and 8 host bit. Now in this scenario, I am telling you that what the subnet mask is telling to your computer. Suppose if you assign IP address in your computer, so just listen to me here. If you assign any IP address, any class IP address in computer, and you didn't assign the mask there, how your computer will understand that how many network bit are here and how many host bit are here? So you should, when you're configuring IP address in any computer, you should assign the subnet mask here. Okay. So let us start. Any question, Chetan?
No, nothing.
Okay. अब देखिए पार्टिसिपेंट जो है वो टाइम पे नहीं, अब देखिए कितने टाइम पे आ रहे हैं बताइए, मैंने जबकि टाइम बता रखा है. Now see, so when I'm converting, just try to listen me here. Just try to listen me, brother. When I'm converting the decimal format, when I'm converting the decimal value into binary, listen to me carefully. When I'm converting the decimal value into binary, what is the binary of 255? Anyone, brother?
All ones.
All ones.
Exactly.
Exactly all ones. Means,
all ones.
Yes. You're right. So in class A, if I'm asking you in class A, how many network bit are here? Yes, Mr. Thomas. Eight network bits. Okay. So this is called 8 network bit. This is called 8 network bit. So when you write 8 times once, means you are indicating that 8 network bit are here and 24 bit are host. So when you convert the binary, into decimal of this address, that become 255.0.0.0. Okay. Now, what the subnet mask is telling you? The subnet mask is telling you that in class A, 8 bit are network and 24 bit are host. Now in class B, because I have already told you earlier, in class B, 16 bit are network and 16 bit are host. 16 bit are network and 16 bit are host. So now again, when you're converting this binary into decimal, the mask will be 255.255.0.0. 9 class C, 24 bit are network and 8 host bit. So now again, when you convert this binary into decimal, the mask will be 255.255.255.0. So now we have learned that what is the importance of subnet mask. What subnet mask is telling to your computer, the subnet mask is telling to your computer that in any IP address, how many network bit are here and how many are host bit. Now, brother, this is the IP address. Just try to understand. This is the first IP address, and you know every IP address belongs to a network. Try to understand. Listen to me carefully. Every IP address belongs to a network. So this is the first IP address, but this first IP address belongs to 192.168.0.0 network. 192.168.0.1 is an IP address, but this IP address belongs to 192.168.0.0 network. And you know, this is the second IP address, 192.168.0.0. If somebody will ask you, 192.168.0.2 is a second IP address, but this second IP address belongs to which network? This second IP address belongs to the same network, that is 192.168.0.0. And you know, this is also an IP address, 192.168. अब मैं क्या करूं? सुलेमान, आप तो क्लास ले चुके हो. This is 192.168.0.100. This is an IP address. But brother, this IP address is also belong to the same network, 192.168.0.0. And now this 192.168.0.200, This IP is also belong to the same network, 192.168.0.0 network. And 192.168.0.254. This IP also belongs to the same network, 192.168.0.0. And this is the last IP address. But brother, listen to me carefully. Listen to me carefully. This 1 to 254, this all IP is called unicast IP address. This all IP is called unicast IP address. Okay. And the last one, 192.168.0.255. This IP address is called broadcast address. So in class C, every network has 254 IP address, and all the IP is called unicast IP address. And the last one, 192.168.0.255, that the last one is called broadcast address. Okay. The next. Now,
So I have a question.
Yes, you can ask me.
So no multicast IP?
Brother, I have already told you that the class C complete range is called multicast address. Class D, sorry. Class D complete address is called multicast address. You didn't heard me. Hello.
Yeah, sir. I just skipped maybe. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Now the 255, not the 255 is completed. When the 255 is completed, what will happen? The next zero, now the number is going to change in third location. What will happen here?
Yes.
Yes.
What will happen there? It will be that 0 will be 1. It will change to 1.
Yeah. Very good. So
Yeah.
now 192.168. When the 255 is completed, now 0 become 1. Try to understand. The 0 become 1. The next 1.1 IP, 192.168.1.1. Just try to understand, brother. When 255 is finished, now 0 become 1. Brother, try to understand. When 0 become 1, the network will be changed. You got my point? When 0 become 1, the network will change. Because you have already told me that in class C, 24 bit are network and 8 host bit. What does it mean? It means that 192 is called network, 168 is also called network, 0 is also called network, but the last 0 is called host. Understand? Now, when 0 become 1, now this IP 192.168.1.1, this IP belong to the second network exactly. But the which network? 192.168.1.0 network. It means, what does it mean? It means that 192.168.1.1, this IP address belong to a different network.
Yes.
So the last IP of 192.168.1.0 network is 192.168.0.254. And this IP from 1 to 254 is called unicast IP address, and the last one is called broadcast address. Now I have one more question here, brother. I have one question here.
That is 168.
Yes, let's.
There should be the
Sir,
last
192.168.1.254 is the last IP.
Exactly,
yeah,
last
not
IP.
0. Yes, sir.
Exactly last. Oh, sorry.
0.254.
Yes. By mistake, the problem is there. No problem. I will solve it. 1.254 or 1.255. Okay, no problem.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay. Now I have one more question here, and very important question here. One of my friend is telling me that I have 300 computer. You know, one of my friend is telling me that I have one office and there are 300 computer are there. What he is going to do? He has to assign the IP address of this network. Listen to me carefully, brother. He is not very much technically sound. That's why he has given me this network, and he is telling me that go and assign IP address of 192.168.0.0 network. But I'm a technical person. I'm a technical person. I will tell him that this is class C network, and this network has 24 network bit and 8 host bit. So that's why this is the first IP of this network. Do you know what I'm asking you, brother?
Yeah.
Do,
Yes,
do,
sir.
do you understand me? That's what I'm telling you. My
Yeah.
friend, one of my friend is telling me that I have an office and there are 300 computers there. And the network which he has given me is 192.168.0.0 network. And he's telling me that every 300 computer can communicate with each other. But the network which he has given is class C network, which has 24 network bit and 8 host bit. And you know, this is the first IP address, 192.168.0.1. This is the first IP address of 192.168.0. network. And what is the last IP address? The last IP address of this network is 192.168.0.254. These all IP address from 1 to 254. From 1 to 254. These all IP address belong to 192.168.0.0 network. But
Yes.
the next IP is 192.168.1.1 IP, and this IP belongs to different network. Because if you have only 8 host bit, you can't assign IP address in 300 computer because your network will change here. Now you understand, brother? Now when you
Sure.
when you assign these IP address in all the devices from 1 to 254, if you assign these IP address in all the devices will communicate with each other. Why? Because all these IP belong to 192.168.0.0 network. But remaining of the device, you have configured this IP address. And brother, this IP address belong to a different network. So these two different networks can't communicate with each other. That the problem is here. So what you will do there? You have to assign class bit. What you have to guide him? You have to guide him class B address, because in class B, host bit are 16-bit address. In class C, 24-bit are network and 8 host bit. So in 8 host bit, only 254 IP is there. But in class B, 16-bit are network and 16-bit are host. Mean more host bit. If you have more host bit, you have more IP address here. So what is the IP address? See, the first IP address of class B is 172.16.0.1, and the last IP of class B is 172.16.255.254. This is the last IP address, and the broadcast address of class B is 172.16.255.255. Now you understand, brother?
So
Yeah.
we can give class A also. There will be then 24 bits of host.
But why you assign class A?
Class
If
B.
the problem,
Sir,
if the
more computers are there.
Exactly.
For example, if there are 1,000 computers.
Exactly. You can if you have 1,000 computers, you can use class B. Why you should go for class A? You have in class A there are so many IP addresses are there. Understand? 16-bit are enough, brother. Okay. Now you understand now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Excuse me, sir. Here we cannot borrow any.
See, brother. Today I'm teaching IP address, not subnetting. Okay.
Yeah. Thanks.
So if I'm teaching subnetting, I will tell you. Okay.
Yeah, thanks. I got it.
Okay, no problem. See.
Hello.
Yes, brother.
Please, I hope the recorded version of this class will be sent to us.
Yes. I will send you. No problem. I will send you.
Okay.
Now, further, we can classify the IP address. See, there are two types of IP address. That is called private IP address and public IP address. The public IP address is called routable IP address. The public IP address is called paid IP address. If you assign IP address, if you assign public IP address, that is routable IP. Through routable IP, you can go anywhere on the internet. But private IP address is non-routable IP address, and that is free IP address. Now we can understand what is the difference between public and private. this is the class A range of IP address. And if someone asks you, what is the private IP address in class A, so 10.0.0.0 to 10.255.255.255, this complete range is called private IP address in class A, and the remaining address in class A is called public IP address. This is class B address, 128 to 191. This is a class B address, and in class B, the private range is 172.16.0.0 to 172.31.255.255. Suppose if you assign 172 dot, listen to me, 172.15.0.1, that become public. The private should be, the first number will be 172, but second number should be between 16 to 31. Okay. Then the remaining address of the remaining address is called public address in class B, and this is what happened.
So you mean in class B, less than 15 and more than 31 is all public?
Yes. Okay. Now in class C, the private range in class C is 192.168.0.0 to 192.168.255.255. So these are called private and public IPs. Now we are going to understand what is the yes. Now I'm going to understand the difference between public and private IPs. So this is my diagram. Okay, this is my diagram, and we have 3 computers are here. Try to understand, brother. We have 3 computers are here. If I assign public IP address in all computer, if I assign public IP address in all the computer, we can access anything from internet. If you assign public IP address, routable IP address in any of the computer, you can access anything from internet. But try to understand, brother. If you have 250 computer, in your LAN, what does it mean? It means that you should purchase 250 public IP address. That is paid IP address. So it is very much expensive. So this is not a good solution. This is not a good solution, brother. So what you will do here?
We should do nothing.
Yes.
Yeah, we can do nothing.
yeah.
You use a
So we have one
IP address.
We have one public address and all the computers get the private IP.
You are right. You are right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to assign private IP address in all the computer. But try to understand the limitation of private IP. The limitation of private address is the scope of private IP address is this is the scope of private IP address. Now suppose any of the computer, when you write www.yahoo.com, time पे load चले जाते हैं. When you type,
Sir, one question.
Yes.
So the only difference between private IP and public IP is just that it is a private is a free address and public IP is a paid address.
That is I'm going to explain you, brother. That is I'm going to explain you.
Okay.
That is I'm going to explain you. Listen to me carefully. See, what I'm telling you, listen to me. What I'm telling you, suppose if I assign public IP address in all the computer, what will happen? After assigning public IP address in all computer, you can access anything from internet. But brother, if you have 200 computer, it means you should purchase 200 public IP address from INA, and it is very much expensive. So what you will do here, you have to assign private IP address in all the computer. But you know what is the scope of private IP address? The scope of private IP address is This is the scope of private address. So now, if you want to access anything from this computer, the traffic will drop on the LAN interface. That traffic will not go to the internet. Why? Because you have assigned private IP address. You know the private IP address is not routable IP address. So what you will do here? You have to configure one service here. That is called NAT. You know the full form of NAT is Network Address Translation.
Network address translation.
Exactly. Now you are telling to the router, try to understand. You are telling to the router any private IP address, is coming from LAN. You should translate into the public IP address. Try to understand. Again, you are sending your traffic through public IP address. But the difference is what? If you have 200 computers, in the first scenario, what you are going to do? You are going to assign public IP address in 200 computers. But in this scenario, I'm using a single public IP address. And through single public IP address, I'm sending all the private traffic. Now you understand the difference between private and public IP address. Any question here? Any question,
yes.
brother? Yes,
Sir.
Yes. You ask me.
No question.
Yeah, but the difference still remains the same, right? What I understood is it's only paid IP and it is free IP. But so what we are doing is to save the cost. We are using the network address translation.
Yes. Now you understand now.
So then what happens in a broadband connection which we directly connect in our home? Do we get a private IP or do we get a public IP?
See, if you have broadband there, the NAT will be configured already there, and DHCP will also there.
Yeah.
So when you connect your laptop or mobile, that the system will get the private IP address. Understand? But what will happen when the traffic will goes to your device? That will translate and send to the traffic internet. Understand?
So we don't get a public IP.
Maybe he will provide you, or maybe he will not provide you. Maybe he will configure the NAT service in its own end. Understand? Maybe he will configure a NAT service in its own end. Okay.
Okay, but you said the private IP is free, but usually in broadband we pay for it. So I was guessing that.
No, who is telling you that public will pay you? No,
private IP is free, right? So
exactly.
If I connect to it, so it should be free. But for broadband we pay. So I thought that maybe
you are
giving public address.
You are giving money for service, brother, not for IP address.
Okay.
Yeah, you are paying for service, not for IP
Hello,
address.
So, can I jump on this one?
Can I?
Yes. Ask me.
Can I?
Okay.
Yes.
Can you shoot first? Because I have to. My understanding is that public internet, which is the public network, which is the internet, was the private one is a local area network, which computers can communicate locally. Whilst the public one, you have to go through the router to go to the internet to make a request to the internet, which has the network address translation.
Yes.
So if you have like a broadband network, basically what it's like you trying to make request to the internet, the broadband has to have like the NAT, which has to translate your request to the internet. Whilst your local network, the local network which has your public IPs, you can be able your computers to communicate locally. Whilst all of them can be also able to make requests to the internet using the NAT. So if you pay for the broadband, basically you are just getting the public internet to the router so that you can be able to make requests using the NAT, using the router to the internet, not necessarily that you are paying for.
Now your concept is clear. Now your concept is clear. Yeah. So brother, I have finished IP address today, and from tomorrow I will start subnetting. Okay. The IP4 is finished.
One question. Yeah, one question before we leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, in this scenario, we are allocating private IP address of the range 192.168.0.1 until 168.0.4. So now we want to access the public internet. So where is this private public IP coming from? Who is allocating this public IP address?
Your ISP is supposed to assign you a public. Your ISP assigns you a public.
ISP
IP.
is going to assign public IP address now. ISP is giving me public IP address. See here, 11.0.0.1. I'm assigning the WAN interface IP address. Okay.
Okay. If you're not getting properly, do you understand that there is a public sector and there's a private sector?
Exactly.
Are you able to see the router that has 11.0.0.1 IP address?
Yeah.
That one is the what we call the outside internet.
That is
For
WAN
you
interface.
to access the cloud, you have to make a request through the router, which is 192.168.0.1, so that it goes to the router which has the outside network, which connects you to the cloud. So the 11.0.0.1 is assigned to you by the service provider, which is the internet service provider, the ISP.
Okay.
Okay, brother.
Whilst 192.168.0.1 is your private network, which you can manipulate whatever you want to feel like. You can allocate the IP addresses to your devices how you feel like. But the only IP that you are being assigned so that you can make requests to the internet, which the ISP internet provider gives you, is 11.0.0.1. Whilst the bottom network, which is the IP scope, private IP scope, that's your network. You can use whatever channels, what you like, if it's Wi-Fi, whatever it is, you can use that bottom part. Whilst the other part, you have to pay the ISP so that they can allocate to the IP address that you can make the request to the crowd. That's how I'm understanding the scenario on this diagram.
Okay.
Okay, brother.
Thank you.
Okay, brother.
Okay. Yeah,
So,
yeah. One more thing.
Yeah.
Can I add something?
Yeah.
Can I add?
Bole. Yes.
Okay, I wanted to add from the previous speaker. What happens here is that you will be having a private IP school, but when you want to communicate with the outside world, that is when you have to go to the internet service provider, who will provide you with something, with a tool that you can use to communicate with other companies. I just wanted to put that.
Okay.
Okay.
This is your question.
No, it's not. I was just adding on the previous.
Okay, no problem. Yes, thank you very much. So now the IP address is finished. Okay. So
yeah, sir.
Next day, we will meet you with subnetting. Okay.
Sir, there is a small last doubt. Can I ask?
Bole.
Yeah, I think 11.0.01 is public address, right?
Exactly.
From ISP.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Just made. So NAT will translate that 11.0.01 to 192.168.0.1. Is it right?
Can you speak again?
Sorry, NAT will translate that 11.0.01 public address IP into 192.168.0.1 private IP address. Is it right?
See, NAT will translate your computer IP.
Yeah.
So what is the IP address? 192.168. So when 192 is 168.0.2 is coming to the router.
Yeah.
So I have already configured. I've already told to the router that when this IP is coming to the router, this will translate. This private IP address will convert it into 11.0.0.10.
Okay.
Or you can also translate into 11.0.0.1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
It's actually the opposite. What you were saying, it actually the opposite.
Hello.
Yes.
Please, I just logged out, so my phone logged me out. So I logged in again. Please, the network address translator. What's the function of the network address translator?
See, the function of network address translation is to translate the private IP address into public IP address or public to private IP address.
Okay.
Both. Okay.
Yeah. So now I'm going to leave, huh?
Yeah. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Next day, next day we will come with subnetting. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
this video, I will provide.
When is the next day? When is the next day?
Yes.
When are we
is
having the next class?
Next day, tomorrow.
What time?
Same time?
Same time, 12 o'clock.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
Okay. Hello.
Yes.
How do we get the recorded version of this class?
Yes,
the recorded
today I will provide you. No problem. I will send you in a
to
group.
To the group or to my email?
No, to the group.
Okay, please. I'll request to send to my email, please. I beg you. I'll send you my email address.
Today itself. Okay, fine. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you. और जो हिंदी स्पीकिंग जो कैंडिडेट है आप 10 बजे ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं हिंदी स्पीकिंग कैंडिडेट प्लीज
ठीक है